I was going to try really hard not to drink this week. I said I wasn't going to drink in the week. I was going to save it till Friday. I normally drink on Wednesday nights. I'm trying to establish new habits. You want to know where I'm at tonight, Brian? We drank.
Yeah, I figured I might as well have one tonight.
I see you have a White Claw there, right?
Yep.
Is the White Claw the drink of patriots because there ain't no laws when you're drinking claws?
No, it's drink of anarchists, not patriots.
What's your shirt? The original Brexit?
Yeah.
Wow, sorry to get political so quick.
July 4th, 1776, the original Brexit. It's from Julie Borowski.
There you go.
If you're into that sort of thing.
We got the chat going tonight. We got Clayton, we got Jamarius, we got Peter, we got Carlos, we got Jason, who's finally catching a live show. I mean, what a treat. I don't know about you, Brian, but I hear from the Lolz listeners and they're like, this shit just hits different when you see it live.
Yeah, it's like Zeppelin in concert. It's you never feel the same.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
Good. Fantastic.
I listened to your spot on the Tapecast.
Oh yeah, that's right. If you made it through like the 6th hour, right at the end, there's a little kind of foreshadowing of today.
I like how you act like an hour and a half podcast is so much more long than our usual 60-minute podcast.
It was like when I was talking to him, I was like, man, I wonder if he wants to go this long. Just kind of thinking in your head about what direction you should go and how short you should be and stuff like that. But it wasn't as long as I thought it was. I'm like, this is gonna be like 2 hours, but
no, and the Tapecast is the kind of podcast where you want to hang out and listen for longer. Like that, it's the same reason people want to listen to 3-hour Joe Rogan podcasts. It's just like once you get going, you don't want the conversation to end.
And and before we recorded, I didn't even know we were doing the Tapecast. Because I told him, I'm like, hey, let's talk about Bitcoin. He's like, yep, let's do it. And I didn't know if we were doing something else or whatever.
Oh, like a Sports Grid podcast or something?
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, who knows? Or maybe we just record it and then put it out. Something. Who knows? Yeah.
Now you thought he might save it for his Patreon feed?
He put my wrong Twitter address in his. I didn't even know it was out, and Justin Freeman DM'd me, and I'm like, oh shit, he didn't tag me. I'm like, oh, he's got my wrong. Actually, I don't know if he's promoted it yet. Does he normally promote it?
He normally, unless like if he doesn't really like his guests, sometimes he won't do a tweet.
Okay, that makes sense.
No, I don't know his deal. I will tell him. I will shame him into tweeting about it. I will tweet about it. Don't you worry.
Oh, dare you,
yeah. But yeah, no. If you guys haven't listened to that, I'm sure you guys have already checked out the Tapecast. But that was a very good interview with Brian. We haven't talked about crypto a ton on here. I mean, I feel like I have now added, Brian, a widget onto my home screen because I was Googling. We had talked about this a few weeks ago. How many times do you search the price of Bitcoin? I was searching it so much that I just finally added a widget to my home screen on my phone so I don't have to search. And I can just be like, oh, it's $37,000 right now.
I think I get like a slot machine rush by going to CoinMarketCap, like, oh, I've been on a CoinMarketCap in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Let me press that lottery button. Let me press that slot machine button. Oh, I won again.
I was looking because I have a weekly buy set up, and just for my own whatever tracking, I track what the price was at the weekly buy. And 4 months ago or 4 weeks ago, literally a month ago, my weekly buy was 19,000. It's almost doubled in a month. Just absolutely insane.
Yeah, it is. So did you listen to the whole thing?
Yeah. What
did you think of my wary, bullish but wary kind of
your FUD? No, yeah, we've talked about. I agree with you that there's still reasons to be concerned, and I almost would say it's like it's hard to be short-term bearish. It's almost like you're short-term bullish, mid-term bearish, long-term bullish, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but also even bullish. I think the only thing that can get in the way, besides some of the obvious ones, is regulation. is some sort of regulation that you haven't thought of yet, that you can't think of.
Yeah.
And just keeping your eye out for when the press turns on it or something, they stop showing ads for some reason. You know, if Biden puts in like a team hostile to crypto, and you don't have to like sell everything. You can sell half or whatever. Like you're always gonna be able to buy it. Like you might lose purchasing power, but you know, I'm not like saying go sell or anything like that. But like I mean, you don't need to think about how cool it is anymore. Like everyone else is doing that. Like you don't need to even think about it, really, right? Like it's kind of crazy how big. Like you know, and Maddox said in the take cast, like he's like, we're in some sort of bubble here too, and it's like, you know, I think that you haven't used this bit in a while. I was thinking about this the other day. Like,
I started working it back into some shows, you know, to go to
now. I just wish you could go to the future and come back and tell me when the top is. That'd make all this so much easier.
Yeah. Same with the winning DFS lineups too, right?
Yeah. I'll take Bitcoin. I don't want to get greedy.
Wow. Look at Jacob in the chat. Crypto is here to stay. BTC isn't it though. Jacob, are you a Ripple bro? Yeah, I have. What I'm excited about with this pump is I've just been sitting on my altcoins, my shit coins that I purchased during the last bull run like an absolute donk. And I'm just waiting for the alt season to come around again so I can dump them.
It did come around.
I keep checking my Binance and it's not
Stellar went up like 130%.
I do have some. Wait, actually, I need to check that.
What was the other shitty one? I sold them all when Ripple got the legislation on them or the lawsuit on them.
Jacob is a Cardano bro. I'm not too familiar with Cardano.
Okay. Yeah, that's the 88 or whatever. That went up a lot too.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I would still sell those fuckers though. I would sell them once the administration changes because the new guy seems like he might be a little hostile towards alts, but semi-pro Bitcoin.
The new guy, as if you don't know his name. Oh, I thought you were talking about Biden.
No. Biden doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Like somebody who's actually gonna be in, and I don't mean this even about Biden, although I don't think he knows what's going on. I mean, like most of the people in charge, most of the elected officials aren't the ones really pulling the strings, and they don't know. They're not in there fucking dissecting the Bitcoin code and like, wait, there's an error in here. How we can't let the people have this, right? They're just being told what their options are and how it'll affect their elections and so forth, and what the stakeholders will think about it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it'll be interesting to see everyone who gets in there, and then people quit quite frequently during administration too. So when they with the turnover, you got to keep your eye on that in the press. Like, but at a certain point, like we don't need to preach Bitcoin anymore. No. Everyone else is doing it. We don't need to think about why it's cool. Everyone else is doing it.
Yeah. At this point, I just I'm getting a little echo coming back from your system. Do you have any setup different? I'm just hearing myself.
No, I don't hear any echo. But let me here try it now. Can you talk? See if you can hear it.
Testing 1 2 3. Peter, can you hear yourself? That sounds better.
Okay.
All right. What was I going to say? I don't remember. Do you have different curtains up behind you? Are those new?
Yeah, same ones.
Okay, maybe it's just like a slightly different camera position.
Yeah, I did. I haven't cleaned my kitchen, so I pulled them shut.
Oh, I was gonna say the cabinets were like, "Will you respect my identity?" And Brian was like, "I will protect your identity on all future."
I could do the dishes or whoop.
Well, that's what. Like one time, that blanket that I have right there was like rolled up and it looked like a penis, and then that's all anyone would talk about for an entire stream. So I am very conscious of how the things look behind me now.
Yeah, we've talked about this offline. Like a lot of people are mentioning things in your background. It's like, what did you come here for? Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, that was the I always remember when Doug Polk was doing a ton of crypto videos, and he had the soundboards back there, and he had like one missing soundboard like absorption thing in the corner. And like every comment, it's like when you post a screenshot and your phone's about to die and everyone's like, charge your phone, dude. And you're like, engage with the content I'm sharing with you. Everyone's like, Doug, you have a missing soundboard. Like, however you got complete. He's like, it fell off. Relax.
I think I'm guilty of saying charge your phone, but it's mainly a joke. I think that's mainly a joke. Someone here, HM9230 says, how much longer until the max amount of Bitcoin is reached? Peter, can you answer that for him?
What are we at? I know we just had a happening. I think aren't we like 2 years away from it?
No, I think technically like it almost never reaches the maximum amount.
Wait, but we're going to approach a time when the 21.5 million are.
Yeah, I think that's debated. They debate that still, right? Like it's functionally done in 20 whatever, but like it'll be such a small that it'll continue for a long time. After
that it just keeps happening to where it's technically an infinite amount of time.
Yeah, but maybe I'm wrong. That debate no longer exists because, like I say, I don't pay attention anymore. HB 9230, because who gives a fuck? Like unless you're gonna like make Bitcoin apps or work in Bitcoin, crypto space, you don't have to think about that shit anymore. And unless you're like trying to time the market or something like that. Okay, fine. All I'm doing at this point is like, what the hell can kill this thing?
Yeah.
And the only thing I see is the state. Besides like the other ones that we went over in that podcast, Satoshi comes back from the dead.
But I mean, kind of the point you were making too about how like you don't need to preach the gospel of it anymore. Like even if something comes in and shakes it up and the price plummets, are you still losing any faith in it long term? Like I just can't even think of anything that would get me to sell in either direction right now.
If he like hires someone who was anti-Bitcoin and says we're considering legislations, I'd sell like 25% at least.
Really?
Probably.
And
yeah.
even
like, yeah. Why they would just let this go and just leave it alone. The whole point of the interest in Bitcoin originally was to get the monetary supply away from the government. That's the appeal of it. Like all these other smart contract, ETH, Lightning Network on top of it and stuff like that. Some of that stuff was the original appeal too, to replace Visa and MasterCard's duopoly and other things like that. But mainly it was like to take banking away from the bankers after the first round of printing in 2008 in the crash caused by the state and bankers. So like, why would they be like, no, it's cool. You guys can have your freedom.
Yeah.
You guys can have the monetary supply. I don't see. It's a big tool and their tool shit.
Yeah. Sorry, Brian, your footage is a little, is Brian breaking up for you guys a little bit? Your connection seems a little skittish, or is mine skittish for you?
No, you're fine. But last week you broke up a little bit. But yeah, what do you guys say? Am I breaking up?
Yeah, normally we're pretty locked and loaded, but for some reason it was a little skittish. So I was just trying to figure it out. Maybe it's those new curtains are kind of blocking the signal from your router.
I don't have new curtains.
Nick said just a little bit. Just all those SIM tabs up you got. It's choking your bandwidth.
Yeah, let's see if I'll close out some. Yeah, okay, I'll close out some things. Maybe it is me.
All right. Big Titties Cajun edition. See you later.
I still think about that time Alex Baker was live streaming and he typed in a P website and Pornhub popped up in his browser. And then someone screen capped it.
Dude, Kyle, who now does, I think it's Dvorak, who does some stuff for Osimo. Did you see the tweet? I don't know if he just tagged me, but he said he was going back and watching old episodes of Lolz, and he said he was crying laughing at the episode we did with Alex. It was way early on, in quarantine, and I was quizzing you guys about League of Legends history. And I said, like, when was like the game launched of League of Legends?
Yeah.
And Alex just deadpans September 1st, 2011. And he just he doesn't even break character or whatever. And apparently that just ripped Kyle up. I went back and watched it because I was like, I gotta see this. It was pretty good. I mean, way back in the good old days, interviewing you guys about your League of Legends knowledge.
And both of us had no idea, right?
No, I mean, but you were way closer because it was much older than September 1st, 2011.
All right, there you go. See, I did know about League of Legends. It wasn't all fake.
And I heard you, because Davis was asking you if you had played League of Legends. It will be interesting. Do you think we play when LPL and LCK comes back?
I'm probably not. I'm probably not.
So
it was
sad.
fun the first month or two.
Yeah.
If they change the rules, maybe on a slow night.
Yeah. Well, there was the you had alerted me to the thread the other night. Was it talking? Which sport was it talking about? Where someone else had wanted to add the assistant to the regional captain?
Yeah.
Was it NASCAR or what? It was some
NASCAR.
other. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. League of Legends needs it more than the NASCAR, in my opinion.
And did you think that me chiming in would help the cause?
I didn't want to steal your bit.
Oh, I thought you were just like, if we get more people piling on, maybe DK Assist will listen.
No, I don't care.
You are more than welcome. I mean, you attribute that to me. I felt like you said it and I just kind of like punched it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think maybe that is what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just
Davis steals my bits literally every day. You're more than welcome to say that's Lolz intellectual property. You don't have to, cite it for me.
Yeah, I figured it just it'd come off, it'd come off with more credibility if you said it.
Yeah. I mean, one of my biggest causes right now and the thing that I'm most passionate about is adding assistant to the regional captain in NASCAR DFS on DraftKings.com.
I know. That's why I told you to respond to that. And it paid off.
So Nick
in
the chat is asking how many of these underdog best ball drafts I've done. And there was some kind individual who had actually written a tweet to both of us on Twitter asking if we would maybe talk about like some playoff scenarios. And you were a real jerk to him, Brian.
No, that wasn't that was my mom.
Seriously? That was your mom who wrote us on Twitter?
Yes.
What did she say?
She wanted to talk about the playoff thing.
Okay. I thought that was some random guy that like wanted to talk about playoff fantasy strategy.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, God damn it. No, Mom, leave me alone. But I sent her a link to your ship chasing episode.
Wait, your mom's seriously into playoff fantasy?
Yeah, she does like one of those Survivor type of things where you take one player from each team.
Okay. I can't believe you just were an asshole to your mom on Twitter.
That's what she gets.
What do you, does your mom watch every Lolz show?
I think she does until, I don't know, I start talking about things she doesn't like.
To answer your question, Nick, I have done 40 total drafts. I did 20 in the gauntlet and then that filled, and now I'm ramming them into the mitten. And I kind of just want to get your outside. I won't bog us down in playoff best ball because I know how much you hate it. But I actually think this contest is pretty interesting. The setup of how it works is because there's a different round. Like you have to advance from the wild card round to the divisional round. Brian, hang in there with me. You will find this intellectually interesting, I promise.
Okay.
And so you have 5 starters and 10 total, so 5 bench. So if you were to just draft all Kansas City Chiefs and Green Bay Packers, you'd take a 0 in the wild card round from all those guys and most likely not advance because you have to finish first out of your mini conference of 6. So basically you're trying to thread the needle of advancing out of the first round, but having enough firepower to where ultimately you want to be able to fill a starting lineup in the Super Bowl. You want to be able to have 5 guys combined putting up big points. So I think it's actually an interesting strategic discussion that we are probably not going to have right now.
So you got to start 5 guys on Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, and you can pick from any. Your starting lineup will be comprised.
Is it Saturday and Sunday, or just? Yeah. So Saturday you need 5, Sunday you need 5, and then next week same thing. Saturday, Sunday.
If you are the best, have the highest score of your group of 6, then you advance to another group of 6, all of which you advance. And so each, yeah.
And you don't redraft, obviously. You have to keep your original draft.
You have to keep it. So it's trying to balance it, because I've built a few teams where I'm like, oh, this team could win it all, but I don't know if it's getting out of the wild card round.
Right. Yeah.
So it has been interesting. But I was just curious hearing the format, if you had any just like epiphanies of how you would attack it.
That's similar to her format, except you can only pick one player from each team, and you have to fill all the positions.
That's how the FFPC one is. And that one is a little less interesting just because there's no draft element, and you keep the players the whole time, and there's a lot of overlap in lineups and stuff. But yeah, I just thought we could do this segment for your mom, you know? God damn it. Hi, Mrs. Hooper. How are you doing? You hate it. Are you doing
I don't know. I'd have to like sit down and really think about it. I really don't. I really don't know. I mean, it would make sense to me just off the top of my head that you try to get some 5 each week.
Yeah,
like for you, because you have a bench of 10, so you have some play there.
My strategy has been picking, like I've basically been trying to do like 4-3-3s, almost like a Lolz stack there, where I get a quarterback and 3 guys from his team on the team that I'm wanting to make it to the Super Bowl. And then in the opposite conference, I try to pick 2 teams of 3 players from the same team. So like heavy stacking and just trying to nail a Super Bowl matchup where I have 7 guys going. And then I'm just trying to get the 5 from that in the Super Bowl. So that's kind of how I've been attacking. And a lot of people aren't attacking it that way. So I'm either way wrong or there's a nice edge there.
Makes sense to me with like a college basketball bracket thing where you're just taking guys who won't see each other as long as humanly possible.
Yeah.
I like the stacking idea too, and just hope
it
gets through.
The temptation for people is they're like, holy shit, I'm in the 6th round and Jonathan Taylor is available and he's like the smash running back. It's like, well, it doesn't matter if you get one game out of that
too, huh?
What's that?
It's a live draft too.
Oh yeah, I've been cranking them out.
Yeah,
I'm addicted. It's the format is just so addicting. So yeah. But yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Yeah, we'll be doing on Ship Chasing later. We'll be talking about the FFPC Playoff Challenge. I think I'll do a stream tomorrow drafting some of the underdog ones. Brian, do you not have? What are the chances that your hometown Bears, the team that you have tattooed across your chest, upset the New Orleans Saints this weekend?
What are the odds?
What are literally the odds?
I mean, I think they could do it. Let's see what the odds are really quick. We'll go to FanDuel.com.
On FanDuel,
plus 385 minus 500. So what is that? That's not good.
No, not good at all.
9.5 points.
I actually think they're live. I think the Saints are a paper tiger a bit.
I kind of like that. I actually have a Saints to win either the conference or at all bet I put a while ago.
Yeah, you're thinking a little hedge?
Forgot about that. But I didn't know they'd be playing the Bears. That changes everything.
Changes everything. This feels like a cash out king moment. There,
but like, well, I don't know. I don't fucking know. God, Trubisky. God, the Bears have
Trubisky on the road in the Dome.
And I think they re-signed Nagy and maybe even Pace too. God, what an awful. They deserve to lose.
Is your mama a hardcore Bears fan?
No. Nope. Just has a gambling problem.
Do we have any bets from the Cash Out King we can tail tonight? I'm feeling like tailing something.
He hit a 3-teamer last night.
Did it hit?
It did. It was.
Did you tail?
I didn't. I might have taken I think I did take. I took one of his bets though the other day, and it hit.
He likes the Rockets plus 20, plus 220. He says
It's
big
late.
value.
It's too late because they already started, and
Oh,
they
man.
are down by 3 in the third.
Okay. All right.
Cash Out King's been at it.
Now he says Rockets money line. Maybe I should hit this live, dude. He's been trying to hit this Rockets game every which way. He seems like he's doing well, all things considered. I don't mean just in the win-loss column. I just mean emotionally.
In life?
Yeah.
You're a real big Cash Out King fan.
No, you are. You're the one that knew his 3-teamer bet from last night.
Because he pops up on my stream constantly. I mean, he is fun to follow, but I mean, you have like an actual concern about this guy, like
and I am
mental well-being.
I can get the plus 220 on the live line. I'm hitting it. Oh, not for that much. Added a 0 there.
Okay, take a guess how many Cash Out King Telegram, his private paid for service, how many users he's got on there.
On Telegram, I would bet he's up to does it cost to join?
Yeah, he started at 150. So I have been paying too much to this guy. You're right. So
you're accusing me.
Then he did a $75 special for Christmas. And I think now he's at 100.
Okay,
That was for 150 though.
I am going to guess he has 312 members.
He has 1,699.
Can I do a little math? What did you say that was again?
1699
times. How much is the?
Let's say average 125, just for shits and gigs.
What the hell are we doing, Brian? What the hell are we doing with this? Is that a monthly rate?
No, it's a lifetime fee, so he only gets that once.
So you're telling me he's made $212,000 on lifetime Telegram memberships?
And when did he come back? Like a month ago?
What are we doing with this show, Brian? Have we made a single goddamn dollar from this show? And the Cash Out King is over here raking in hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Someone gave us a $10 super chat, so I would put PGA ownership out that one day, like months ago. But other than that, I mean, it's still a net negative with the equipment costs and stuff, but not nearly as much as the Cash Out King now.
Oh my goodness. What are we doing?
He's raking it in. And then plus I wonder what so like after he loses, eventually people aren't going to sign up. So he's going to have to come up with a new scheme. It'll be like, for my parlays, go here. For my singles, go here or something. He can do something.
Dude, that is I wonder, I want to get inside the mind of a subscriber. If they just imagine 30 years from now, they're just like on the beach, I don't know, in Boca Raton, they've retired and they're still just getting their $125 worth in their lifetime Cash Out King subscription. He's just giving out whale plays. I mean, that's a great value for a lifetime subscription.
My guess was he told all the people he owed money to, if we're assuming he did end up owing people money. And he's like, listen, just don't shit on me anymore. Let me sell picks for a month and I'll pay you all back. And so this 200 grand, he's pushing it so hard because he's probably just breaking them even.
True. This is who is there a player on Houston named D-Mark?
Yeah, DeMarcus Cousins.
All right, he said D-Mark needs to politely fuck off. This can't be good for my plus 220 live hit.
DeMarcus Cousins, unless he got booted, he's crushing it. And I screwed up and didn't put him in enough of my lineups because of an error I had.
No, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Oh, look at this. This trick has worked. The Alex man hits us up with a $5 super chat.
Whoa.
Look at this.
Wow.
All right. We are now, if I divide this by 5, we are now 42,475 super chats away. $5 super chats away from matching the Cash Out Kings
Why
roll.
don't you pick, hold on. Why don't you pick your favorite game of the night? There's still 3 games left.
Okay.
Right? Or
Yeah.
we'll jointly pick one.
Okay.
And maybe people should fade it. That should be the
Okay. All right. So I'm looking at the board here. I've heard that Chef Curry has just absolutely been cooking. Russ doesn't cook anymore for the Seahawks, but Chef Curry, I mean, you're telling me I can get Golden State at home with Chef Curry +3? I mean,
+2.5 right now.
Maybe find a better book, shop around a little bit.
That's what I'm looking at. DraftKings 209. FanDuel actually -106, 2.5 is the best line.
Maybe check a site that rhymes with Schmovada.
Oh, really? They got +3 on Bovada?
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
I think dude, is this the Lolz whale play right here?
The Lolz whale play of the day. Let me log in. You know they deal 2 lines at Bovada?
I didn't.
Yeah, supposedly I know they do it on their props.
Dude, it just jumped to +4. I didn't even right before I was about to hit submit.
Somebody injury news?
I think people are already shorting our call in real time.
Well, that's a big fucking mistake. It is +4, +4, 125. Why is it?
Did we just find the investment of the future?
No.
What happened?
Let me go on. Let me go on. I was looking at Osmo's Odd Shopper. Maybe it just wasn't up to date. Fucking Osmo.
Fucking Osmo. You can't trust that guy, dude.
Bro.
Dude's got too many Pornhubs open to even update his
Pornhub and what is it on PointsBet? It's suspended. There must be
someone in the chat is saying Paul George.
Yeah, but Paul George would move
it in the other way, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I just hammered it. I just hammered it at +4. Let's go.
Fine. You're right, because it was 125 and then it just went down. God damn it. All right. Betting on Bovada. Let's see if it changes any worse. I don't get so if it was +4, the only person who can move 2-point line on Golden State, well, Draymond Green, maybe, but mainly Curry. Most people don't know this, but when these guys get hurt, almost none of them move the line.
Why won't you just give me credit for just, beautiful mind style identifying the bet of the night?
You're really going to become the deposit king, just giving out picks on the deposit king Telegram.
God, can you imagine?
It's still 2.5 at FanDuel. FanDuel, we could middle.
Dude, do you want to middle this shit?
Slam the Clippers on the other side.
But people now they're saying Kawhi in PG ruled out. It should be moving in the other direction, right?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make.
Kawhi Leonard will play, according to Fantasy Labs.
You can't trust those guys.
Paul George will play. Okay, so Paul George was questionable, so he is playing.
Oh, ruled in. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I still love it. I love it. It's one of my conviction bets of the night. That in the Houston Rockets live money line.
Well, let's see if we can get a little money on the clip. It moved the 4. God damn it. Man, these books are slow moving. You could hammer these guys on Steam easily and then get limited shortly afterwards.
Both will play. I don't know. My gut is kind of a guy who hasn't paid attention to NBA at all, says they'll be a little bit limited tonight minutes-wise.
Okay. Wow. So how much is it to sign up for the Cash Out King or Deposit King Telegram?
It is it's $169. I know that's a little more than what Cash Out Kings is, but this is a premium service and it does come with a lifetime guarantee. It also comes with at minimum a 40% hit rate or your money back.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, who else is going to offer you that kind of guarantee in this business?
40% return, or like
No.
40% winners?
Yeah, you won't lose less than 40% of your bets.
Okay, so less than 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, you got to be realistic is kind of how.
What if you actually ended up under 40%? Do you know the scam? You know the scam, like the old sports betting scam back in the day, where they would send half the picks to one subscriber, like through text or email or letter, and then the other side of the game they'd send to their other subscribers. And so, like they know they just have to keep track of which one's a winner and which one's a loser.
Wow.
Right?
No,
So
was there a name for that scam?
I can't remember. Yeah, I wonder if they do that anymore.
Did you ever?
One thing about Cash Out King is like he gives away what 50 picks a day free. Like how? So is he betting on every? So he has an edge on every game, basically. That's how good this guy is, because all of his subscribers are getting the best plays, and he has just enough to give out, 50 picks a day for everyone else.
I'm almost well, like, would you want to go in 50-50 on a lifetime Telegram sub, share an account, and see what's going on in there?
Should we? Because
if we get, maybe that's what we do our super chat money with. If we get enough super chat, we will reinvest it in a Cash Out King lifetime sub.
Okay, we're at $15 right now. We could wait till he gets the deal. It's at $100 though right now. That's a steal.
Yeah. Do you think maybe we could work out a marketing arrangement where he lets us in for free in exchange for talking about him on the premier DFS podcast for 20 minutes a week, like we generally find ourselves doing anyways? I also like how you were trying to accuse me of knowing a lot about Cash Out King. You clearly know more about Cash Out King than me.
Okay. I don't think that's what I was claiming. I was claiming you care about this guy on a personal level.
No, I do.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm like. Why would you? You don't know him at all, except other than he scam people.
I care about a guy who apparently is like going through a lot of shit, and scamming is a coping mechanism. And if his suicide attempt was real, then yes, I care that this guy is okay.
Okay. All right. What percentage chance do you think that was real?
I mean, there's definitely a chance it wasn't. I also think, don't you think a scammer you don't disappear for that long if there's not stuff actually going on, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he couldn't post on Twitter because he would get 1,000 you're a scammer, you owe me money.
Yeah.
Replies.
Yeah.
So he had to go away for a little bit. This is my opinion. Had to go away for a little bit. Made a deal with all of the guys he owes money. Like, just don't fuck with me. Let me tout for a month or two, and I'll pay you guys back with the tout money.
Yeah.
What if the Golden State line's at 4.5 now? We made a bad bet.
Dude, trust me, the closing line value is going to swing back in our favor.
Paul George ruled out.
It's all right, dude. This is what's going to happen. If I can lose this bet, if the Houston money line bet hits, then I can still come out a winner tonight.
We had a chance to middle there too.
I can't believe we didn't middle it, dude.
Actually, when we saw Bovada move, if they're moving ahead, we should have slammed FanDuel.
You live and you learn.
I know that's what moves before FanDuel, man. They move slow.
Is this the kind of stuff that your sports betting app is gonna help with?
It is. Hopefully, if it ever gets completed. Try to make all that whole process we just did very easy. It's
I hadn't
to do this stuff.
I hadn't heard you talk about that for a while.
Because it's taken so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first guy I hired backed out on me after working for 2 weeks on it.
Is an actual app you download from the Google Play or the iTunes store or the Apple store? Or?
It's gonna depends on if they allow me in, because it's gambling. But there's other apps that are similar, so I think they might. But if they don't, then I'm just gonna have it download from my site.
Yeah. Because I remember the Underdog guy said they had just an absolute bear of a time trying to get into the Google Play Store.
Right, exactly, which will probably happen to me, and they'll probably have a team to be able to get on there. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't let me on if they let them on. Roto Grinders has one, etc. Like,
will you make me like a sponsored pro within the app? You know how the Action Network app has their contributors, and then you keep a log. Can I be like can the Deposit King have a sponsored pro status on the app?
Yeah, I'll put you right at the top. Is it going to be the Deposit King because you keep changing your bit every month or so? Like, do I have to change with the bit?
Yes, I will. I will be in touch with your tech team every week. They will need to adjust my name on there to reflect whatever my current Twitter bit is.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, sounds fair. I'm still getting head-to-heads, by the way.
Oh, because I watched the Swolecast earlier. Yeah, that was your own fault. You
the thing is, yeah, I don't mind. I don't really want to have to do like the cash game research again, but I enjoy it. I think it'll be more manageable on the smaller slate. I'll get back in the cash streets. But my problem is, do you feel this way? Like, I don't know, I guess, is it easy for you if like I'm putting in X amount of time for a slate, no matter what? And yet, say for whatever reason, maybe you don't like the contest sizes, or maybe you get something just feels off and you want to scale back your action. Is it easy for you to just be like, I'm not putting as much in play, even though I've already invested this much amount of time? Because that's how I'm like, am I going to invest all this time for one head-to-head? Versus then I'm like, well, might as well just like sign up for everything and get all the head-to-heads because I'm going to do the research once anyways.
Yeah, if I was going to sign up for one head-to-head, I'd just do a bunch and then put the extra time into it. The reason I don't a lot of times is the time constraints of 4 websites trying to get in, especially with GPPs, take longer, and then you get like an hour 20 minutes tops with all the inactives to like, okay, here I got to make all these changes and then rerun all these laps and then run a sim and then get it all in there, and then I can't just like go back and be like, oh, I got to do make sure my cash game's perfect with all these extra information. The games are just too sharp now. It's better to just focus on what you can focus.
I'm tilting right now. What is I do not like the sound of this Cash Out King tweet. They are now down 9, and he says the Rockets are dead. No Serbian double bluff will find a pivot.
Yeah, I love when he says, "I'll find you guys something."
Please,
it doesn't sound like an expert.
It's comforting to me to know that he is going to shepherd me through.
I'm going to find you guys something. Oh, here, I found something. It's like, I don't think it works that way, Cash Out King. I don't think you find bets. I mean, if you're making them up, then yeah, finding them is the right word.
It's not about getting it in good, Brian. It's about being part of a community and following a very charismatic leader.
How does he get 1,700 people?
It's incredible, honestly.
I have people complaining. It's pretty rare, luckily enough, but complaining about the free shit I give away with like a proven track record.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
You have to. You can't have a conscience, basically.
I couldn't agree more. That's got to be. Fuck it. I wish someone would track all his picks. I would love to see it. I thought about for a second, like, just bet everything opposite he says. Like, he's clearly a charlatan, so.
And you just run like that'd be a good like Twitter handle where it was like, I don't know, like the Cash Out King fade.
Yeah,
and you're just like up 100 units on the year.
Oh, great. Someone make that. I'll follow that. Cash Out King fade. Whoever's been making those like Nerd Ass Greg and what was the Noah Hoffman fan account?
Oh yeah.
That was a good one for a while.
Yeah, whatever, man. The good old days. The Noah Hoffman account. He used to be a regular in these comment streets.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You just get a notification from your Cash Out King Telegram?
Hold on, let's check. Yep. We got a bet. You want? No.
Wait. Houston just ripped off 4 points. We're back within 5. Maybe the Cash Out King threw in the towel too early.
I can't believe I screwed that up. I was supposed to have him in 80% of my lineups, or over 80, and I had him in 40.
Yeah. People say you guys should buy the membership just to track the picks. Look, I'm not above doing that. I bought the Fantasy Football Counselors proprietary draft guide to do just that this year.
I'm not going to track the picks, though. It'd be too much.
No, we need someone else to track the picks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the Oppo Cash Out King.
Can we have someone volunteer to do that for us? As your, what's that?
Would we buy it, and then we'll just DM the picks or something to somebody else, or is it just a public picks?
I think it's a public thing.
Okay. Yeah, because we want that sweet money of the paid picks.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna tail everything, and I think if it is running too hot, then we bring it behind the paywall.
I just thought of something.
Okay.
We want to pay, because can you imagine the comments in that private group?
I honestly can't even imagine.
Charlatan, I've lost everything I had.
Right. Do you know what those comments probably look like? They probably look like a Crack Streams comment section.
Just the N-word.
Oh my God. I mean, when was the last time you watched a Crack stream? I watched one on Saturday.
It sometimes that doesn't work.
Oh, you're right. I think I might have had to pivot. I had to find us a pivot there. There's a few of them. I was trying to watch.
I meant the actual the whatever, the chat stream.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just doesn't broadcast. I'm like, oh great, I don't have to listen to it. Look at that filth for the whole fight. I think for the McGregor one, I think I'm just gonna pay for it.
When is that? You were showing me, because our buddy John Kelly posted a screenshot. They're gonna have a pretty big prize pool for that, right?
16th or something.
Yeah.
20? No, maybe no. It's later than that, probably. Yeah. McGregor versus Poirier, 23rd.
All right. And do we have? Is there? I think there's NFL that day too, right?
Probably. That's unless that's the week between.
The 23rd. No, there's conference championships on the 24th on the Sunday, so the 23rd is free. So they were.
Yeah, they planned that out.
Is that because there hasn't been MMA the past couple weeks? Is that the return, or is there one before that?
I think there's one this weekend.
Okay. I might have to get back in those MMA streets.
I believe. Is there any scratches for this 8:00 game?
Hopefully Kawhi and Paul George.
I was gonna say the Suns is our pick of the night, but
hey, dude, I'm ready to tail. I need a pivot. Are you giving the Cash Out King pivot?
Let's look again. We can't get our subscription service going unless we start really getting in deep here.
I'm looking to go 0-3 on the night. I'm well on my way. I just need one pick from Brian. I got one from the Cash Out King. I tailed my own pick. It's up to +5 now, Golden State. Shit.
Oh my God. We are the Cash Out King.
He
also bets the closing line. He never he doesn't give a shit about closing line value.
Neither do I, apparently, on this Golden State Warriors
right now. So you still got a shot. Suns were 3. They were 3.5. They're going the other way, huh? Sacramento Kings suck balls, but so do the Bulls. All right, I give up. Someone in chat. What are we looking at?
No, Brian, you are so worried about your brand. You won't even give out a shit pick on the fly.
All right, I'll give out a shit pick.
Nick is giving out the Bulls at +7 in the chat. Do you want to tail Nick? You homer.
Nick, are you from Chicago or the Chicagoland area? Answer me.
I didn't realize that Bovada had added a prop builder.
Yeah, they do, and they lay different lines there too. So if you're going to pick one, you have to check them both.
Did you have any from your props tonight? Any good ones on Bovada?
Yeah.
Then maybe we actually do a good pick.
Well, we could do props, but that's no fun. All right, let me go to my site.
Wait, H. Charva in the chat. Did you say Halliburton was carrying the Kings? Because I drafted him on my one NBA best ball draft I did where I had no clue what I was doing. And the chat told me to draft Halliburton. I actually think I'm winning. I think I'm beating Adam Schefter in an NBA best ball league.
You're playing Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
When is that Clippers game? Is at 9:10? Okay, we got time for that one. So Nick's not from Chicago, so it's not a homer pick. On Bovada, I got, let's see here. I got
Paul says Beal's going off. I think I got Beal on this team too.
We got Vucevic, Tristan Thompson, Trae Young played already. Drummond played already. Nance played already. Most of these guys played already. Did Orlando play already? Yes. I don't got anything in these late games. Looks like we have to bet the Bulls +7.
All right, we're betting the Bulls +7. Let's get it in.
Should we line cap?
No. Lolz whale play. We don't lines. So that's Josh.
Fine. I have points bet open, so I guess I'm betting there if I'm not line shopping. This is Telegram worthy content. No line shopping.
Hey, we can just blame Nick. Nick,
That's
it's your
true.
fault if Bulls doesn't hit.
What if Nick has his own subscription service?
Nick, how much do you charge?
Beal's going off. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It seems like everyone's on board. The chat's on board with fading the Kings.
I have a lot of what's his name? Bagley anyways, so that makes sense.
There you go. Your interests are aligned.
This scoring system, I don't know if anyone else has a problem on DraftKings when you sweat the website, like the points go down. Like it's like lagged by 20 minutes every time. Doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't happen in football. But like your guy will have like 18 points and it'll be like 7 points. But like you go check ESPN, it's like, no, it's 18's right. Why did it go backwards? Am I the only one that happens to?
I can't confirm.
You want part of the tout equity, Nick?
The thing is, Nick, with great tout equity comes great tout responsibility.
Do you think Cash Out King crowdsources his picks?
No, dude. That's all coming right from the heart.
I have a feeling it's your wheel randomizer is just puts all the lines in there. Ooh, I love Chicago's money line +300. Love it.
The thing is I wonder. Now I'm getting so curious about this Telegram group because to me, the fascinating thing is like the narratives that you come up with to justify a pick, right? Like the lines are really good. They're really efficient. You're generally flipping coins, but I want to see the passion, the line of argumentation of why one side's the right side, even at very poor closing line value.
Oh, yeah. Do you think he gives any of that detail in the Telegram?
We're going to find out if you send us enough super chats.
I would like to see the comments and like if he allows comments, right? Because he could do that even in his private Telegram, right? He could say, Only I can respond to this.
And he does that on Twitter. Well, guess who is one of the select individuals that can generally reply?
Yeah.
This guy.
Well, he knows you care about him on a personal level.
Yeah. He also is he thinks I'm like his biggest fan because I did the Deposit King bit off of him.
Right. Yeah.
He was devastated. He came back to Twitter and he was back for about 2 hours and DM'd me. He said he was sad that I had done. I wonder if he enjoyed the Cash Game King bit.
The controversy, he called it.
The controversy.
Him scamming hundreds of people.
I'll try to get him on the show again.
After this one, I don't know if I want him on. I've kind of bashed him this whole time. I guess if he wants to come on, whatever.
I mean, we've had worse.
You know, the whole Seaville sports betting community will not be happy with us.
Oh, man. Can you imagine Seaville? Seth Burns would just put us on a stake.
Yeah. No fun. No fun with the Seaville folks.
Yeah, that was such a funny rabbit hole to go down. I was so unaware of Seaville. I still don't understand it. Like, do they have a Discord or dare I say their own Telegram, or is it just a group on Twitter that has self-identified under this umbrella name?
I think it's the latter.
Yeah.
I think it's a group on Twitter that's self-identified as Seaville. And they're all professional sports bettors or something like that. People might not know what we're talking about.
It would be like if just a bunch of us agreed to call ourselves the Closing Line Cucks or something. Just like, okay, yeah, that's just what we're called. We try to get it in really bad.
I like Closing Line.
You don't like the cucks part?
I don't know if that's going to sell, right? I don't know if that's going to bring in the sports betting community to our Telegram.
The closing, the big cocked Closing Line. We got to workshop it.
I can make a model in like a day that's probably better than his bullshit. And it won't win. Like, it probably won't win long term. Almost definitely won't win long term in the hard markets. But
I don't know if this is the angle you should be taking about bragging. I sure to God hope you could come up with something better than whatever he's doing.
I'm not going to be good at getting subscribers. I think.
See, the Alex Man 93 is already trying to make it. Sand. Let me see the CLCs in the chat if you're part of the Closing Line Cucks community.
Why Cucks?
It rolls off the tongue.
The Closing Line Cucks?
No, I want to be the Closing Line Champs. We're the Closing Line Champ. No, because you need the hard "k" sound to it for the alliteration.
I'm more like Cash Out King. Like that. That sounds like, oh, you're going to be cashing out all the fucking time. You're the king of it. How about the Closing Line Kings? No.
That sounds so stupid. No, because this is the deal. You're making fun of the Closing Line Cucks because you get it in before the line moves.
Oh, yeah. So Closing Line, like, fuck, that doesn't mean shit. I can beat it without beating that Closing Line.
Fuck the Closing Line Cucks.
All right, now I'm on board. You sold me.
All right, CLCs, what up, what up?
The CLC Telegram?
Yeah.
$169 a month.
What pod is Jake referencing? He says that pod was so weird, very uncomfortable.
Process Seaville.
Oh yeah. I was it was just so weird about that because if someone came on our show and did that,
it wouldn't go as the same way.
And I'm not even saying that I would, but I would fire back in a fun way. Like you're not just coming on this show and just bulldozing and just being like, you know what? You make some good points.
Right. I mean, I would probably let it go for a second and let you play with them. But like, if you like let him, they let him have free reign. And so then he kept ramping it up and like, they weren't responding to him. And I think it was kind of like a little kid and I'm not getting my attention. So I'm just going to keep going and saying, you're all bad for gambling and everything you've done is evil or whatever. He kept ramping it up. Like if he kept ramping it up against us, I'd be like, I wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
Like, you can suck my balls, buddy. Like,
yeah. You don't come on and tell the Closing Line Cucks that we're trash because we had Chris Randone on one of our podcasts. All right.
Randone just gives out winners. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
By the way, you guys didn't play a head-to-head.
I was actually thinking about that. I think just yesterday, I was like, how the hell did I not get a head-to-head from Randone during cash game week? I literally accepted every single one I got, unless I was maxed out and they didn't let me do it anymore.
I don't know. I would like maybe he's scared of the closing line cucks and their knowledge.
It's a shame.
Their sports betting knowledge.
All right, guys, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, buy the new closing line cuck shirts. Links down in the description. Check out Brian on the Takecast. Anything else, Brian?
I think that's all we got.
All right. It's all we got. We are here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, except that 1 week that Brian says I missed, that I still don't believe that I missed, but he's probably right. This has been Lolz. We'll see you guys next week.